just outside the edge. Cowell's gonna have to wait to get off the mark, but you just hear the roar every time the bowler's coming in. The atmosphere's palpable here.
A terrific delivery. Good channel, good length on its footwork from Hassan Ezekiel.
Slapped that across the offside, and he is going to find the boundary. Short and width on offer, and he makes the most of it.
Yeah, that's what you come to expect from Hassan Ezekiel, short and wide. And this is a tournament where you've been able to give width to the batter. The batsman take full toll of it. Yeah, he doesn't hold back, Hassan Ezekiel. It's only his second ball. He throws the kitchen sink. A Super 4 powered by Incel 4G. What's Cugaline's response going to be?
Very limited on footwork again. Anything that's full and outside that off stump seems to be quite stuck in his crease. We had a really interesting conversation about that this morning, and the basis behind the footwork. We've got Bismillah Jachinwari, one of our on-field umpires. He's been exceptional so far here at the Nepal Premier League.
He's always early to dinner. I see him in the restaurant.
You're right. Rashid Riaz, the leg umpire. And it's a long day for the umpires. They got to get in there and have their dinner as well.
It did only one game, remember? We do both. It's a longer day for us.
And TV umpire, Mr. Vinay Kumar Jha. Tough job for the men who've got to make all these tough decisions.
Yeah, thankless job, no doubt about it. Yeah, terrific experience for all of them as well to fire in front of such a big crowd. He's working up good pace. He's Scott Cugeline. Terrific first over. 5 for no loss, the Rhinos.
Two heavyweights here going head to head, and we'd assume that we're going to see some cameos out in the middle. Brandon McMullen, Dipender Singh Airy, Scott Kugeline, who's just had a fantastic first over. Very excited to see the Canadian Dilpreet Bajwa. And for the Rhinos, Ravi Bopar has been consistent. Kushal Malla, the captain as well, doing very well so far on the side, and Sultan Veer, we cannot forget him. Wicket taker, game changer. Spoken about McMullen, and here he is with the ball. 5 wickets so far in the 4 matches. Best of 3 for 21. Pushed into the covers. They're going to get back for 2.
Yeah, compliments Scott Cugeline at the other end. McMullen. He's a steady line and length bowler. Scott Cugeline works up good pace. So they complement each other with the new ball. This is a good push from Santosh Karki. Completely different opening pair here for the Rhinos from last game.
This time it's driven with more conviction, and it does find the boundary rope. Excellent looking stroke.
Yeah, Karki, he's opening in the first game. He didn't bat in the previous game at all. It was Deepak Bohra and Luke Benkenstein who opened the batting. They've got a new pair this time. And a lovely shot. Pitched up, floated, a little bit of swing, but he went through the shot. Lovely looking cover drive.
Smart cricket this. Picked up a boundary, worked into the leg side, get off the strike.
Yeah, the batting seem to be very influential in this league, Munali. Barrage of Canadians attacking the Nepal Premier League. One more today, Dilpreet Bajwa. Can't believe it.
You cannot say it like that. I've got zero influence in the players department.
The little bird tells me otherwise.
I would be wrong if I said that I'm not happy to see the Canadians, and all the Canadians who are here are deserving of a spot here. They're one of the best that we have.
Yeah, we saw Harsh Thakur changing the game. What a terrific performance from him. 5 for 23. He was brought in late into the attack, but he's responded so well. Bowling that last over, never easy.
It was a really good chat as well that he had with HD and Mikhail. The reason that chat really stood out to me was he's one of the youngsters who's come through the Canadian system, but he speaks very well and very maturely. He understands the game and he understands his game.
Do you have a system?
We do have a system. We do have a pathway for the players. We've got a great junior program, in fact. That is a swing and a miss. It's going to be the end of the second. 12 for none.
I don't really look back, to tell you the truth. I don't really look back. But if I have to look somewhere, I'm going to look ahead, when I will know where next.
The place that we sort of fall apart is the fact that we don't have an under-23 program. We did in the past, and what often happens is once you're done that under-16 mark, there isn't enough of a bridge between that and the seniors. So players who are great will filter into the seniors, and players who still aren't there don't quite have that bridge that you necessarily need.
It's a very good point you make. How far are these associate nations from having a first-class system? I know Ireland does have a first-class system. Scotland, I'm not so sure because a lot of the players play county cricket in England. But can Canada have a first-class system? Is there enough infrastructure? Is there enough, money?
Yeah, it all comes down to money, unfortunately, doesn't it? For the associates, it comes down to money, and we don't have enough of it. It hampers infrastructure and it hampers growth. Nepal, very similar to us, they're also an associate, and the funding that comes in is also not enough to put in some of the programs and the infrastructure they want in place. However, Nepal's done some great things. Nepal Premier League, one of those great initiatives. All the talent hunts that they have, another great initiative.
Yeah, the under-19 system is so good for Nepal. Beating Afghanistan, short, just in carry. So Ezekiel is on the front foot. You play the pull shot, you've got to rock back and then extend your arms. He's working up good pace here, Kugeline. Testing the technique of Ezekiel, who hasn't got much footwork so far. Terrific striker of the ball. It didn't go back. If it gone slightly rocked back, you'd have got a tad more time to have played that shot.
We talk about the growth of the game, and we forget oftentimes that it's not about your top tier, it's about that bottom base. There's some pace. Scott Kugeline is generating some real pace out in the middle.
Terrific bowler, Scott Kugeline. He's got bounce as well on this occasion. Swing and a miss for Ezekiel. Nowhere near it, Ezekiel. He has to be a test for his technique. Good good lengths, pushing the batter back, testing him out with the bounce. He has a good spell here from Kugeline. 13 for naught with the last ball of the third over.
Does manage to get this one away. A bit too much width on offer, and it's slapped away for a boundary. 3 gone, the Rhinos 17 for none.
They're diving in and diving out. It's MRF Brace all through. Enjoy the Brace experience. Brace it out on MRF Steel Brace Radio.
Get 29-minute medicine delivery from Apollo 24/7. Download now.
Josh Karki, 9 off 6. McCullen for his second. Calls for catch it. And exactly what's going to happen. Checks the shot. Doesn't have the distance. McCullen strikes.
I've seen McCullen getting this sort of wicket quite often. He got Rohit Paudel in a similar fashion yesterday. That length that he bowls, and the height from which he releases, makes the shot really hard. It's not something you can do to McCullen, just stand and hit over the top. The wicket's doing a bit as well. Terrific bowling from McCullen. Santosh Karki has gone for 9. Got an opportunity to get to the top of the order. Hasn't made full use of it. Unfortunately, the Rhinos 17 for 1.
He is also short on runs. The Chitwan Rhinos, this is sort of their weakness area, we can say. A top order, just not giving them enough runs to start. And the reliance on that middle order continues to be the trend. Great delivery from McCullen. Not the greatest of execution from Karki as he's back in the pavilion.
It's that length that he bowls, isn't it? McCullen, the release point so high. Just maybe stops a bit on the batter, gets that a bit of extra bounce. Not easy shot to play. Just hold out to mid-off, Santosh Karki. Vipin Rawal.
That's going to be wide, and the keeper does very well.
Abhinav Bhandari does really well. Number 7, there's a Dhoni there. But good hands. Had to go a long way down the leg side with Bhandari. Done well to get a glove on.
Better looking stroke. Just unfortunate he couldn't quite pierce the gap. Got in the right position this time.
Much happier facing McCullen. Stood tall, punched it. Terrific piece of work there by the fielder. That's good commitment from the Yellows. And that's why they're top of the table.
Oh, this might be tight. This might be tight. We'll have to see how tight it would have been with a direct hit. Off the mark.
A first piece of action for the Canadian Harpreet Bajwa. Pick up in the spotlight straight away. Bajwa had to hit the stump. And if he had, probably would have just made it.
Worked into the leg side this time. They pick up another 2 runs. The line's been a bit all over the place the last few deliveries from McMullen.
Good over. 6 runs coming off it. In a good battle this between bat and ball. Cullen has been very good in this tournament.
Again, straight down leg. And it does get punished. Helping himself to another boundary here. Ezekiel, it's going to be the end of the 4th. The Rhinos 27 for 1.
Chitwan Rhinosh there on 27 runs on the board, 1 loss and 1 wicket.
Entertaining the crowds at Chitwan Rhino. The Rhinos are in the house today, as are the families. Great to see little kids come out and enjoy some cricket, get to see some of their superheroes in action, some of their role models. It's going to be Avinash Buhara. Best of 3 for 17.
It's quite rare to see him bowl in power play. He usually comes on after the 10th over.
Baby just going down leg. Had a big shout on that one.
Definitely going down leg. Not maybe. Definitely. From the release, look how wide he is. From the crease, his release. From there to hit the stumps, it's quite difficult. Jangle's definitely taking it down the leg side. Very round armish action. So from that release point, if you've got to be able to hit the stump, it's quite tough. Either you get the impact outside off, that was McMullen's last ball, helped it on its way, make the left hand, right hand combination, making it difficult for McMullen. Straight in line quite too often in that over, and he's paid the price.
Wrapping the pads again. And this time I get through for a leg bye. The start to this over.
What he's done well is cramped Ravel for space. No room to swing his arms. And that's one of the reasons bowlers go round the wicket to the left-hander. Ezekiel is off to a good start. He's got to make this count, this innings. It's a very good young player.
Not often that you see just a dead man defense. They go in the right channels though, Avinash.
There's still a place for a forward defense in T20. The odd leave alone, the odd forward defense, still part of the game. Oh, nice jumper this. It's quite fancy.
And a Balenciaga.
Oh yes, it looks like one. Oh, terrific boy.
Those come with a serious price tag, you know?
Beautiful.
Minutes from Apollo 24/7. Download now.
They're playing. I don't think there's any doubt that they're playing the side that is the most in form in the entire inaugural MPL. Yes, the Bolts are top of the table. Yes, they're the first to 8 points after that miraculous Hilton Dion.
Again, a little bit of a fumble in the field. They don't often make those errors. Good afternoon, Andrew. Normally when I hear that full name, I'm in trouble for something.
Do people still use it on you occasionally?
No. Not even me. I introduced myself as HD. Would you believe it? Even though it's not my name. Never quite understood why my parents named me after my father and then proceeded to call me HD.
Well, for those wondering, Hilton Dion Ackerman. Father was a fine cricketer, wasn't he, as well?
He was actually. For our Star Sports viewers, in India, he actually opened the batting with the great Sunil Gavaskar for the rest of the world against Australia back in the early 70s.
Yeah, that was a kind of series that came about as a replacement, wasn't it? And I reckon it was one of the strongest 11s ever assembled.
South Africa were bad, obviously, because of the powerfully struck down the ground. That'll be 4. A shot worthy of interrupting a story. End of the power play, 35 for 1.
Loving some of the shots that our production team are giving us of this hallowed turf. Very much the spiritual home of cricket here in Nepal.
This is not a motorcycle. This is an emotion. This is the call of the open road.
Who have tuned in because the test match is over. I reckon that will be more than a few. So a very warm welcome to all those down in India. We're seeing some of the best young Nepali talent produced on their home shores, and plenty of fine overseas players too. And none more exciting than maybe the man with the ball in his hands. 5 at hole already in the competition, an outstanding diving stop. Fittingly, it was Jadeja-esque, given he's wearing the number 8 in yellow. There's a few other little similarities. The man with the gloves on, it's not MS Dhoni, it's Binod Bandari, but number 7 on the back in yellow too. Dragged down, topped. And just if you're wondering, that's the son of Mohamed Nabi, who smoked to Siddhartha back 6.
Into the side at the expense of the Englishman Luke Benkenstein and repaying the faith of the selectors. He is a strong, powerful hitter of a cricket ball. Hasn't got that many yet, but he's got to start here.
Left arm spin to win it's been, isn't it, throughout this competition. Going to dominate those wicket-taking charts. I suspect by the end, there's that ever-familiar number 7 in blue on the shirt of yellow. If you're watching on Star, how good was he, MS Dhoni?
Amazing cricketer. In a pressurised situation, can you think of a of another cricketer that you would have wanted at the crease with bat in hand. So many times, and times we thought they could not win, he took them over the line.
Leading edge, but even Deepening Singh can't get there. End of the 7th, it's 45 for 1.
Made for Mavericks. When power demands, boys, you get a machine like no other. Maverick 440. Get yours today.
Deepening Singh going to continue. This is one of his brilliances. He essentially becomes almost a 12th fielder. He never has a mid-wicket because he's so quick. There was one really famous one, wasn't there, the GT20, where he picked up and threw down one stump from what would be a conventional straight mid-wicket position. He's so quick, you can never rest on your laurels when you're running between the wickets. I can't think of a fielder, maybe Jadeja, who we mentioned earlier, who's quicker across the outfield. Sensational from the Tiger, yet again. It's the change to the team. If you're just joining us, Rohan Mustafa will not play any further part in the tournament, back home to the UAE for personal reasons. Dilpreet Badra, Canada, brought into the team.
I know it was some time back, but I just thought it was important for me to just finish why that tour happened to Australia for the rest of the world, because of the horrors, the absolute horrors of apartheid. South Africa were banned from international sport, and so the tour to Australia by the South Africans was cancelled, and the rest of the world team was chosen. The world side had Sunil Gavaskar, Graham Pollock, the South African left-hander, Clive Lloyd, Sir Garfield Sobers, Baruch Engineer, Tony Gregg. So it was a wonderful side that played against Australia. And that's the Sobers got a double 100, I think, in Sydney against the Australians. And I did ask my late father, I said, look, I've seen Callis play, I've seen both them in Finton, great all-rounders. Surely Sobers couldn't have been as good as them. And he said to me, well, I've seen all of them. And there is only one, and that is the great Sir Garfield Sobers. End of the 8th, 49 for 1.
Safe save into the attack, hammered into the deep, and hammered away for 1 bounce 4. That's super 4, powered by Encel 4G.
One thing that you do need to do is when you get a bad delivery, is put it away. Yes, please.
Again helped away, another drag down. Fielder will help his bowler out. 90 off 61, 3 for 30. That's not a bad day out from safe save yesterday, was it? Spoke in the post-match, didn't he, about the potential for this to be a platform for him. Has had a little experience in the 100 too. He's always been thought of as a potential superstar. Talk about young talent. Bowled him, dead ball. bowler is entitled to deliver it, but the batter is also able to say he's not ready. You've seen Mark Watt cause a few controversies with this, particularly in that Australia series in September. Probably the right call. Get another look in a moment.
What he does well here is he doesn't play a shot. He just lets it go and lets it hit the stumps, which helped the umpires make that decision.
My understanding of the law, which the MCC actually issued a clarification on in September after Mark Watt not once but twice dismissed bowlers. There's two of the heroes. Team Naran, one of the young heroes in Irie, one of the absolute fan favourites. Spot on the money. If he did play a shot, then the ball would have counted. Now, obviously, if he got bat on it, it probably would have been a dot rather than a wicket. But he's entitled to say, I'm not ready, and the umpire correctly signals dead ball. 56 for 1. Just starting to get going, and given the tournament he's had thus far, the bat he really needed to show something. Into the teens, not a great strike rate, but this is a good platform given the power that there is to come for the Rhinos. Kushal Malla looks to me to be coming to the boil. Then there's the power of Isakil and Yannick Alokti. That's a good stroke. All the way for 4 more.
I do think it's these two at the crease's responsibility now to look to accelerate, because when you're almost halfway through and you've got 9 wickets in hand with the power of Malla to come and Lofty, then I think you need to try and accelerate. And even if one of you get out, it's not a problem. But if you both come off, well, then you post something significant.
To the leg side. Yeah, the boundary ball wasn't a good one. Irie has a tiny habit of bowling one bad one and over. He often covers it up because his other ones are so rapidly bowled and he picks up dots and singles, but I'd love to see him lose that from his bowling. One bad one. So that's a fine shot. And McMullen won't be able to cut it off. Second boundary of the over. The Rhinos are starting to go through the gears.
Well, the first one, it's almost a mirror image of the first one, because there was width to Ezekiel, who hit it through extra cover for 4, and now there's width to Ronald, who hits that through extra cover for 4.
Back live as Irie again fields ever so rapidly. It'll be a dot ball, and it's going to be time for a drink for all of the players. The Rhinos in good shape.
Products delivered in 29 minutes from Apollo 24/7. Download now.
Yeah, it's Sunday, it's working day in Nepal. It doesn't look like it though. Everyone's breaking into a step and dance over here. And if there's one man who can match it all, it's Sridharan Sriram, let me tell you. Right, Sri? Don't tell me you have two left legs.
With the dance.
Yeah.
I loved the HD's dance yesterday.
Come on.
Terrific. Yeah, HD was on the dance cam yesterday. And how elegant did he look?
Yeah, he just broke into a step with a DJ-like move, and it had everybody as well in the ground erupting in a very nice, colorful vibe as well. At the moment, Chitwan Rhinosh opting to bat first have looked good despite losing Karki early. Yeah. Unprecedented acceptance for the sport in this part of the world. It never ceases to amaze me how much they love their sport in Nepal, particularly cricket. Really, it's so overwhelming if you're a cricketer sometimes.
A terrific response. And this is how much the people love cricket here. Turned up in large numbers.
Yeah, I like the way Sakela has come out. Dropped in the last game. He's come out well. You've got to put a price on your wicket, show value.
Yeah, 50 of the partnership comes up. It's taken 44 balls. They've got a launching pad. And I agree with you, Mikhail. Ezekiel's a good young player. Mohammad Nabi, his father, must have given him a mouthful for not making use of those opportunities early, but he's looked good today. He's looked hungry. He's really looked hungry.
That's right out of the screw, straight into the hands of the fielder as well in the deep. And Zeb strikes. 3 for 33 in the last match for Zeb. And he picks up a wicket in the second over. Rahul has to depart. And this is a good wicket as well. The 50 partnership comes to an end as Rahul has to go.
It was a short ball. It was there for the taking. Just couldn't hit it into the gap. Hit it straight to the fielder, Bipin Rawal. Consumed 20 balls for his 17. But it was a part of a good partnership with Hassan Ezekiel. But a crucial time to get out. 67 for 2. Rawal goes for 17.
In some ways, my journey is a tribute to all those who came before me, with dreams in their eyes and hearts, and to those who will come after me. The only question on my mind is, where next?
They're diving in and diving out. It's MRF grace all through.
Rahul departing 17 and 20, and that's the reason why Captain Kushal Malla is in, opting to bat first. A best of 38 against the Pokhara Avengers. He's just the 130, a striker a little under 120, but it's Ezekiel who's impressed, and his stay in the middle will be very, very helpful. Oh, that one kept low. We had to drag it towards mid-wicket.
He's giving no pace to work with. Saif Ali Zeb. Two was short. Was there to hit. But Rahul hit it straight down Kubeline's throat at long on. Yeah, good wicket for the Royals. Ezekiel, this is a vital partnership.
It's a leading edge. Ezekiel in game number 1 against Kathmandu Gurkhas got 12 and 7. He was dropped for the third game against the Karnali Yaks, and today he's putting on a show, 39 and 37.
Amala not ready. I quite like Ezekiel. I like Benkenstein as well. 2 under-19 cricketers, they were very good. Sad to see Benkenstein miss out today, but Ezekiel has made most of his opportunity. 11 gone, it's 70 for 2.
First came the dream, then came the purpose. A need for stability, and then a desire to find balance. The continuously buzzing shutterbugs couldn't stop these two words repeating for me. Where next?
Chitwan Rhinos opting to bat first at 10 and over. They'll get to 160. They'll need a partnership. Opara has been the mainstay for them in the middle overs and the middle order. A lot of dependency on Kushal Malla, but good to see Asakale taking responsibility. A matured innings from his end this afternoon. 70 for 2 after 11.
A very crucial phase of this game. Ishan, Pandey, people warming up, and I remember Dipender Singh Airi walked up to Ishan Pandey and said, "Hey Pandey, just be ready to bowl today." So he knew what the wicket was going to do. There's more spin on going to be an offer, and Ishan Pandey gets thrown the ball, especially when Kushal Malla, the left-hander, is at the crease.
Yeah, that's why today as a player, you really cannot be one-dimensional. You have to bring a lot more to the table. You've not seen Ishan Pandey roll his arm. You've really been impressed with his batting. That's the one time he did.
He bowled just the one over and got a wicket, Pandey. That was off spin. Still getting turned. Malla happy to bide his time.
Quite phased, 10 deliveries since the last boundary. Is there a change of gloves being called by Malaysia? The teams that are at the bottom half of the table, if they start winning, then it makes it interesting, Shri.
Without it, table is still wide open. This is a very important partner, and a very important 2 to 3 overs. They've got a chance to make it or break it. Isakale, 39 of 38, is eyeing the big shots against off spinner. Malla is biding his time. Intelligently bowled. Haven't seen as much spin to this afternoon game. Usually 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. is probably a very good time to bat. Pai is not happy with Malla walking down to his partner. Very strict there.
Firmly struck. Look at that for height and distance. That's 6 from the moment it left the bat. It's gone a long way as well. Asakale is warming up beautifully this afternoon. He moves into the 40s.
I'm not sure what Malla is telling him. Isakale's got only one plan. If it's up there, he's going to hit it out of the park. The good bat swing from Hassan Isakale. Powerful young lad. He's got maximum. His second 6 moves to 45 of 39. Sitada Bank 6th.
Yeah, he's just eyeing that area, that region, anything in his slot, and he's going to go after the bowler. It's been a good over. 9 runs, 8 coming off it, 78 for 2.
This is not a motorcycle. This is an emotion. This is the call of the open road. The rush of adrenaline running through your veins. This is not a motorcycle. This is the charisma.
Asakale reaches his 50 as well. Brilliantly done. He's come back into form. And what a way to reach a half century. It's been an authoritative innings. And the dugout as well know how important the knock it is from this young man.
I think it's a very important innings for Hassan Isakale when he's playing franchise cricket all over the world. We all know how talented he is. But he's got his opportunity and he's made it count. He's taken it with both hands. I'm very, very happy for the young man because he deserves it. Very, very good striker of the ball. Can hit a long ball, feels a long handle. And look at the way he's brought up his 50 in style. He's hit the off spinner over long on. He's hit the left arm spinner over long off. And that's the way to do it. Hassan Ezekiel, very happy for you. May you get a lot more. This is an important phase of the game. And Hassan Ezekiel has got to make this count, this innings. Got 53 or 42, all right. Half done the job.
Yeah, and Allah has his task cut out over here. Doesn't need to do anything silly. Just keep one end. Ezekiel is striking it well, powerfully as well. Just give it to him. 3 6s, 5 4s. Yeah, much better. This is a very matured approach that he's put across this afternoon. He's not throwing it away, unlike the previous two occasions.
The good batting is making his opportunity count, and I'm very happy for Ezekiel, especially as an overseas pro. The expectations on you is a lot, and he's delivered for his team here. He needs to get them up to 160. Good batting from Allah again. 10 of the over already. Ball to play. Zaib into his third over.
Yeah, they're going at close to 7 and over, 8 at last. Already 10 in this for the ball to go. Yeah, just check the shot. Take a quick single. Shy of the non-strikers in. They believe they have their man. That will be the one upstairs. Is Ezekiel struggling? Was it needed? We'll have to wait and watch.
Yeah, that will be very close. The Nepal paid decision pending. Ezekiel will have his heart in his mouth. Derek Hicks are extremely close. He is the fielder. You can't take him on. This is a piece of brilliance. As the bail's been dislodged, and it's going to be extremely close.
I want to believe Ezekiel may have done enough. Stay in the middle, but one stump to aim at. One hand pick up, in motion, and that's the brilliance of Irie. That's what he is as a fielder. This is never easy, but Shri, I believe, maybe another angle from the other end would ideally help to understand if that bat had some part of it across the line. He's safe. He's done well. It looked like he was struggling, but it was touch and go. He can breathe a sigh of relief. 11 runs coming up over number 13. 89 for 2.
This is not a motorcycle. This is an emotion. This is the call of the open road. The rush of adrenaline.
Shiver 22 and 15. Ezekiel has got to a 50. Survived a close run-out chance as well. Malla just taking his time. He's striking the ball really well. Yeah, he's running well. He's running fast. And they're pushing for the second, and they'll get 2 as well. Good running.
It's been amazing. I mean, the atmosphere. It's been the third best. Now, you know how much commentary we're missing out of the team today, but you're using your experience to help the young Chitwan Rhinosh players. Absolutely. I mean, like, it's the win that matters. Whoever is playing, they're contributing for the team and being around them, sharing my knowledge, and that's what Sohail and Ravi is doing as well. So it's been a great combination in the team, and I hope this game is going well at the moment. But these two, at least one batter has to bat till the end.
I think you've got a great platform. Hassan Ezekiel on 58 now, 92 for 2 in the 14th. What kind of a total would you like? What can you defend?
7 overs to go at.
In for cricket in Nepal 2014 T20 World Cup. This inaugural MPL seems to be setting things to a new level. Did you ever do this?
Yeah, actually, you know, like organizing this tournament itself and taking the leadership. I mean, it's going to grow only. I'm hoping next year we'll be on the floodlights. That's going to be amazing.
We did hear Paris Katke, your former teammate, mention that. It's not just you in terms of the veterans, Binod Bandari out there doing that. How much do you enjoy still playing, whether with your teammates, whether they're young or old?
I mean, like, that's why we play sport, you know, we enjoy it, we love it. I mean, till the knees give, till the legs go on, so we'll keep playing the domestic cricket at least. So yeah, let's see how it goes.
How big a win would this be, given how well the Wolves have played throughout the tournament?
Yeah, you can see, like almost Lumini getting a game from Janakpur. It would have put the tournament. So yeah, like looking to win this game nicely, and then Sudurpaschim, they're at the top of the table at the moment, so things will be balanced out.
Final question, we've got a big crowd behind us. How great are these Nepal fans?
Give them, the energy and the passion, always behind the team and roaring up. So yeah, it's been brilliant, and every game they are coming up and supporting the team, so it's been amazing. Yeah.
Mate, great to talk to you. They are simply the best in the world. That's going to round out this over. It's going to be a single to close it out. Great to hear from Sharon Massacre. The score now is 94 for 2.
Get health products delivered in 29 minutes from Apollo 24/7. Download now.
For Nepal cricket, and still a lot of batting to come over here. Geet and Bopara waiting, and they certainly had a lot of impetus in the back end. 150, 160 is what Sharad said. We saw 130 odd being defended earlier in the day, went to the final delivery, a nail biter, quite a cliffhanger. The surface will certainly present some questions as this game progresses, Shri.
It's looked better, the surface. This afternoon game hasn't spun as much as it did in the morning. So yeah, I think they would need 150, 160. Keeping it tad low, but I think that's normal. Given the traffic that we've had on the square, the groundsman's done an absolutely great job, without doubt. Yeah, the festive atmosphere continues. Sunday is a working day in Kathmandu, remember, but still we've got a full crowd here. The game is very interestingly poised. 94 for 2 in 14. And people are just celebrating. They've supported good cricket. They've had favourite teams, definitely. But in general, people have just supported very, very good cricket. They've got their heroes. They've got Airy, they've got Rohit Paudel, they've got Lamichane. But they've supported really, really good cricket all round.
Yeah, unprecedented acceptance and love for cricket in Nepal. No surprises. He's looked good. Hassan. He's given that a whack. Smashed it on the offside. And then raced away for a four. Then thunders into the ropes. That's the power Hassan Esikal brings.
Avinash Bora is a kind of a specialist in these overs. It's not been easy to get away, Bohra, but his second over starts with a boundary. Good shot, opened up his feet, opened up the arms. Tick the gap to perfection. Once it beat the point fielder, the sweeper cover had no chance. That's the power of Hassan Esikal.
This moves in the crease, hits it straight towards long off. He's been eyeing that area, he's peppered it with some mighty sixes, Hassan. And I feel he's taken a liking to Avinash Bora as well.
Hard bowler Bora changes up his pace. He's got a good slow ball into the wicket, striking at 128, and that's only going to go up the longer he bats. It's a good knock, 64 of 50, partnership of 32 in 23. 6 fours and 3 sixes for Esikal. He's got the power, without a doubt. Salkar made a good point. He said one of these two have to bat till the end.
Good slow delivery. Poor wicket keeping. Vinod Bhandari lets that go a little before against the run of play. He can't be allowing easy runs at the moment. 100 comes up as well. Courtesy that wide. Bora's not impressed.
Extra runs, these bonus runs for the Rhinos. That's a rare blemish in the field by the Sudurpaschim Royals. Wide given as well. Bhandari usually good behind the wickets. Not this time. It's a rare blemish, I must say. The Royals, terrific team they are. Top of the table.
He's so good with his deliveries, so unpredictable. A short ball followed by a delivery right underneath the bat. He's been the wicket taker for Nepal for quite some time as well. He's the captain's go-to man, Sri.
Yeah, definitely very experienced Avinash Bora. Been a slow start to Malla's innings. 10 balls for his 6. Let himself in. Won't be far below before Malla starts to go. Down the ground, just a single. This is a really good game. Two very, very good teams. Rhinos third on the table. Sudurpaschim Royals now the second. It's a very, very evenly balanced contest, and the contest between ball and bat has been very good. What's Avinash got for Hassan Ezekiel?
Good change up over here. 150, 160 is enough, you reckon, Sri, on the surface?
Yeah, from here on, they want 160. 5 overs to go after this ball. Definitely want 160. 10 and over with 8 wickets in hand is a must in modern day cricket. They get to 160, it'll be a very, very good chase.
Yeah, just following the batter. Smart bowling. He's a very shrewd operator in the middle. 12 runs coming off over number 15. It's 106 for 2.
Get health products delivered in 29 minutes from Apollo 24/7. Download now.
Overs gone. It's 106 for 2. Currently going at 7 runs and over. Projected score gets them to just 141. Got HD Ackerman alongside me. HD, what do you reckon is going to be the score here?
Traditionally, it's a lot easier to bat in the afternoon game than it is in the morning game. That is already starting to be highlighted by not as much spin or not as much turn for the slow bowlers. But they've got a lovely base here with Ezekiel in, just 2 down. There's still some power to come. But you would think that both of them now are going to put the foot down. Kushal Malik can hit the ball a long way as well.
That's a full toss. The catch is taken. We're just going to see if there's any confirmation on height, but he's on the move. Ezekiel's walking off. 65 of 52 was a decent innings, but he might have fallen at a tricky time.
It's a slow ball from Kugelheim, but it's not often that he makes an error of that sort, where he gets his length all wrong. Yeah, he looks a little disappointed, even though he's got the wicket. But a lovely innings from Ezekiel. He caught up nicely when he was going at just the run of ball. Goes for 65, 106 for 3.
And the partnership, the danger man, is back. Ezekiel 65 of 52. Brings in Ravi Bopara, though, who's having a fantastic Nepal Premier League. Scoring runs every time he comes out here. Half century in the last game as well. That's That's a loose one. And that's going to go for 5 wides.
He was looking for the Yorker against the new man, looking for the wicket, wanting to get rid of Babara early. But strays very, very badly.
Coach Brad Hodge on screen. Gonna get off the mark, Ravi Bopara. And great running this.
Very fine cricketer, this man, Ravi Bopara. He's a very smart T20 player. Rely on boundaries to ensure that he strikes the ball at an impressive rate. His placement of the cricket ball is quite exceptional.
Two half-centuries so far, back to back. Again, just gently pushed, and they pick up another single.
Slower ball, so just dipped on him. Handy catch at an important time. He was just starting to find some rhythm with his hitting, the powerful Ezekiel.
And over. And then looking for the second again. Ravi Bopara sent back. There's our sparkling smile fan of the match. A beautiful happy dance smile. She seems very excited, HD. Herself on the big screen.
I'm always amused by those that appear on the big screen because it's a natural reaction when someone tells him you're on the big screen. Then what they do is they look towards the big screen, which means that the front of their face actually goes away from the camera that's on them.
I don't think they've gotten around to processing that at that moment. She's probably gone viral though. It's miscued, but a handy miscue as they finish this over with a boundary. Unfortunate for Scott Kugelheim. 16 overs gone, it's 120 for 3.
Get health products delivered in 29 minutes from Apollo 24/7. Download now.
The Rhinos fans out in numbers today. Flags, scarves, and tattoos as well. Down the ground and pick up another single.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, this is the 300th fall of the NPL, and if my arithmetic is correct, that would be 1,200 school kits for the school children, powered by Incel Foundation.
full toss. Just a one bounce down to McMullen. So that was some great math there.
I'd spent the entire break between the overs working it out. Pen and pencil was out, then the calculator, just to double check. That's a lot of school kids. That's wonderful. Wonderful initiative by the Incel Foundation.
Picked up and launched a long way. Ravi Bopara gets a hold of this and dispatches it for 6.
This is exactly what we're talking about when it comes to Bopara. Is that he just knocks it around, he finds a 1 here, he finds a 2, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he just goes whack, and he's 11 or 5, striking it at 220.
Loose delivery again. And a slight misfield. That's going to run away for 4 runs. Slapped through the offside this time.
Sliding in the outfield is a skill in itself, and this is just hit so hard that I don't think that he managed to get past the ball so that his hands would get in line with the ball. Boundary.
Goes extra full this time. Full Yorker, Ravi Bopara. Wanted to get some bat on that.
An opening game against the Gurkhas when he got 11. He got a good delivery, just nicked it to the keeper off the left arm spinner.
To single to end the 17th, 130 feet for 3.
Made for Mavericks. When Duff meets Duffer, you get a machine like no other. Maverick 440. Get yours today.
Here, I've really got to learn some of these songs. They really are beautiful. Short, pulled away. There is protection in the deep.
Big finish needed here. Big finish. They've got the players to produce it. The Rhinos. And Kugelein's been at his best. He hasn't been bad, but he hasn't been at his best.
Boulder. It's chopped on. And you were talking about a late push, but the Rhinos, they've just lost another wicket. It's because Scott Kugelein's got different plans.
He's been a quality performer throughout the tournament for the Royals, Kugelein. I said that he hasn't been at his best, but he does have the ability to produce when his team need him most. Again, it's a hard off cutter into the surface, and it just thinks for a moment in time, and Mala has to readjust, and when he does, the bottom edge is found. Smashes into the stumps, and Mala goes for 13. He hasn't found his rhythm yet. He will at some stage, the powerful left-hander. It's 1-3-4 for 4.
They're diving in and diving out. It's MRF Brace all through. Enjoy the Brace experience. Brace it out on MRF Steel Brace Radio.
products delivered in 29 minutes from Apollo 24.
2 for 25. Hook line. Having an impact. It's Jan Nicol Lofty Eaton. 101, his best score against Nepal. Have to wait to get off the mark.
It's really disappointing that we haven't seen the best of Kushal Nana yet, because he really is quite the entertainer. Strong hitter of the cricket ball. Early days yet for his side.
He will get off the mark this time. Dilpreet Bajwa doing the work in the deep. Projected score 153, going at just over 7.5 runs and over. And the wickets are pegging away at that progress. The good thing for the Rhinos is they've still got Ravi Bopara out in the middle. Into the leg side. And looking for that second. They're so quick in between the wickets.
With Bopara at the crease. Lofty Eaton. The two of them managed to stay there right till the end. The feeling is that the score will be 160 plus. Lebanon runs it over from here. But this team, the Royals, has been extremely difficult to get away. They're highly disciplined, very professional. They execute extremely well.
It's a single to end the over. 18 gone, 138 for 4.
ಅಪ್ಪ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರ್ ಆಗು ಅಂತ. ಅದೇ ಹಸ್ಬೆಂಡ್ ಆಗು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೂಡ ಅದೇ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಮೂರ್ಖ ಆಗು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ನಕಲಿ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಹಣ ಹಿಂದಿರುಗಿಸ್ತಾರಂತೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ತಪ್ಪಾಗಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಹಣ ಕಳಿಸಿದೆ, ಮಗ ಉಳಿದ ಹಣ ಹಿಂದೆ ಕಳಿಸು.
Impressive here at the Nepal Premier League. But the local hero leading that with 181.
Moral of the story, you don't want to be the highest run scorer in the competition because your team doesn't win a game. 181 runs for Rowan Purnell. And his side have not won a game. You must be going back to your hotel at night thinking, what is going on here?
That's some way to look at it. Tight call. I really thought they would have pulled off a win this morning. The Lions, low scoring affair, they should have crossed over the line. But losing becomes a habit too, doesn't it, over time?
Unfortunately, that's the nature of the beast. Is that when you lose a couple, the dominoes tend to fall the wrong side. The Royals can go level with the Bolts, Janakpur, if they win this. The Rhinos, well, if they win it, they go level with the Royals. So very tight at the top. Just a reminder, it's the top 4 teams after the group stages, 7 matches each, that progress to the playoffs.
Reversed. Not very convincingly, but he will pick up a single. They need a big over here. Not a lot of deliveries to come.
He was looking for the reverse hit there because there was two men up behind point on the offside. Where Avinash did well is he provided him with no pace to be able to get the ball up and over.
Well, ball just pushed out. Misfield allows for 2 runs.
There's been too much of this. There's been a lot of high-quality cricket. There's been some great catches, some wonderful batting and bowling. But too often, over the course of the opening week of this tournament, have we seen this. Fumbles in the outfield.
Full toss, and this has been hammered down the ground. Up and over the side screen. It's a massive hit for 6. You cannot be bowling this to the likes of Ravi Bopara.
The Siddhartha Bank 6. Ravi Bopara. Striking it at 200. He is the danger. He is the threat to the Royals' unbeaten campaign.
I did not know you could roll your R's like that, HD.
I am a man of many skills.
Drew the offside this time. I saw the dance moves the other day. Those were impressive too.
I'll bring up most of those moves when I know none of my friends are watching because they're at work. 150 up.
Deliveries to bring up the last 50. Moving into the line of the delivery. And this is excellent running. Excellent stuff to end the over. 19th done. It's 152 for 4. And it's the skipper of the Royals, Dipender Singh Airy, who's going to come in to bowl the last one. Would have been your pick of the bowler to bowl the last one.
Tough question. I don't think McMullen is a specialist to bowl at the death, and he's really the one seamer that they could turn to with Kugelheim finished. Spin has proved effective today. I'm not so sure about this man though. Not when you're bowling to this man. He plays spin particularly well.
It makes it look quite effortless, Ravi Bopara. A bit of width, and he tees off, goes straight down the ground. Good bounce as well, allowing for another boundary. Could be in for an expensive over if Bopara's on strike. Smashed again, this time a bit wider. And well fielded. Naresh Badayar out in the deep. Played for Nepal, currently lives in Canada.
Again, watch the point of contact here from Bopara, because they'd moved long off straighter because of the previous stroke. This one he almost slices across it just to try and get it a little bit squarer. Gets two, keeps the strike. Now goes down the ground. Has he got enough? No, he doesn't. At a vital time, in a vital game, Deepening strikes.
It's the Tiger trying to keep the Royals in the contest. Ravi Bopara, a very good innings, but it's the skipper that gets him. Tries to go down the ground again. Naresh Badai in the deep, well-judged catch. And that late push that the Rhinos needed might just take a bit of a hit. A decent knock, 36 off 18 deliveries for Ravi Bopara. It's 158 for 5.
Products delivered in 29 minutes from Apollo 24/7. Download now.
Amar Rotella. He's got 3 deliveries deep in his crease. Gets it over Deepening and he's quick as well. The running's been excellent. They pick up 2.
Found the toe end of the bat. Very, very fine innings though, Bopara. Very fine innings.
Dragged down. And always looking, Deepening so sharp in the field. It's been lapped, and it's been lapped very well. The last delivery of this innings goes for a boundary. 164 for 5 in their 20, the Rhinos. And they'll feel that they've got themselves in a possibly comfortable position. Staring at 150 earlier in the innings. 164, not a bad effort.
Just trying to think where that score lies. If it's who's favourites at this point, because it's a nice way to finish. Certainly gives you some added momentum going into the halfway point. Deepening's final over going for 12. But I don't think that it is a score where they can afford to relax the Rhinos. I still think they're going to have to be very good with the ball. Hassan Ezekiel came in at the expense of Luke Benkenstein and played well. His 65 or 52. Everyone else sort of struggled a little bit to score with a runner ball. It took the innings of Ravi Bopara to give it that impetus that it was required, him striking it over 200 to ensure that the Rhinos will go into the break with certainly something that is more than competitive.
Few decent partnerships. Ezekiel, part of most of them. His partnership with Rahul, 50 off 45, and then again with Kushal Malla, 39 off 29. And then Bopara comes in and puts in a couple of decent partnerships with both Lofty Eaton and Kushal Malla. 164 for 5 in their 20. The bowling, they tried to keep themselves in this game, the Royals. 2 wickets to Kugaline, a wicket each to McMullen and Deepening alongside Saif Ali Zaib. All in all, we'll just have to find out how this second innings plays out.
Won the toss, decided to have a bat first. They didn't get off to the quickest of starts. Kaki and Ezekiel going at about a runner ball. They were going at around 6 and over. Kaki was the first to go for 9. Ezekiel was joined by the left-handed Rawal, and just when you thought they were getting well behind the 8 ball, they would find the odd boundary. And this was a good partnership between these two, even though Rawal went at less than a run of all, 70 from his 20 before he was given out. This was a good partnership. This is when Ezekiel found his rhythm and got to a half century before he was well held at mid-off. And introducing Ravi Bopara.
Yeah, took a couple of balls to get in the action. And this was the last wicket of Kushal Malla. Ravi Bopara continuing, he went downtown a few times. And then right towards the end of the innings, Deepinder Singh Airy picked him up with a good catch in the deep. And the final four to bring them to 164 for 5 in their 20. When we come back, the Royals, they need 165 to win in their 20. We're going to take a short break and we'll be back with the chase.
We've had a superb Sunday here at the Sudurpaschim Nepal Premier League, powered by MCell. A one-run victory this morning, and now the Chitwan Rhinos look to defeat the Royals for the first time. Pretty good batting effort all around, having decided to bat first. 60 extras helped that total, with Hassani Sakhail being the standout, the son of Mohamed Nabi. The Afghan played really well, and Ravi Bapara continued his excellent NPL with 36 off 18 and powered a total of 164 for 5. Alongside me, going to get a look at the best of Hassani Sakhail's 65. Started slowly, but then started to go through the gears. 9 boundaries in all, and a few flashes of the more famous father, Mohamed Nabi.
Very similar style. Very, very strong on anything pitched up. Strong square of the wicket on the offside. A lot of similarities with his illustrious dad. Good knock. He looked hungry today. He wanted to prove a point, especially as an overseas pro.
Yeah, there really are a few shades of Mohamed Nabi there. That was the bowling figure. Scott Kugelheim continued his hugely impressive tournament. Brandon McMullen in the wickets again, and Dipender Singh was entrusted himself with the 20th and final over. He picked up 1 for 32. Remember, Sudurpaschim have been perfect throughout this entire tournament. To stay perfect, they're going to need to win chasing for the first time. They'll need 165 to make it 4 from 4, and most likely move top of the table. Fans continuing to make this NPL really what it is, a festival of the Himalayas. That's the tagline for the tournament. I can't think of any more apt way to describe it. Some skills with a larger ball as well. The Rhinos will be hoping the bowlers have some magic in their fingers and are able to turn some early wickets. We have seen the pitch turning, but as we so often see, the best time of the day to bat, it's around midday through to probably 3 p.m. So that's why the Rhinos chose to bat first. They've got 164 on the board. Sharab, do you think it will be enough, or are Sudurpaschim going to continue their wonderful winning form?
Any team can chase it. It's got to be Sudurpaschim. Got a strong batting lineup. Saif Alize, Bandari, McMullen, Airy, Bajwa, the new addition today, Ishan Pandey, Arif Sheikh. They've got the batting to do it. And if at all any side, I back the Royals to chase this down.
Well, here they come. I have to say, Kushal Mala's captaincy has been a bit of a revelation in this tournament. He's a young man who was maybe a little down in the dumps after a tricky 2024 with the bat. Been taking a little bit of heat from some of the fans on social media too, and ended up left out of their most recent match on that tour of the United States of America. Also playing in hugely uncharacteristic ways. Strike rates of 60, 70, 80 rather than the 160 plus that we're so used to the powerful left-hander hitting at. And I think he's really enjoying the responsibility. He's bowling very well too, and his left arm orthodox will be important. One of the first tasks for the Rhinos and their captain will be to get past this man, Saif Zaid. He has always been thought of as a prodigious young talent. He debuted for Northamptonshire at the age of 15, would you believe, the youngest ever for that county. Born in Buckinghamshire, and I thought he was outstanding with that 90 off 61 yesterday, as the Royals are looking to make it 2 wins in 2 days. Didn't have the same success with the ball today, and he'll be opening the batting again with the MS Dhoni numbered Binod Bandari, who will try to get them off to a flyer. You'd imagine he'll attack while Saif Zaid will try to bat through.
Bandari's always been very, very upfront with his intent. If you pitch it up, he'll go straight over the top. At 75 runs, he struck at 123.35, his best score against the Gurkhas. Yeah, if they get a good start here, it will be a terrific game. Spin definitely will play a part as the game goes on, but first they've got to contend with this man, Sohail Tanvir. What a tournament. The highest wicket taker in this tournament so far. 8 wickets, economy of 4.09. Would you believe that, Lenny?
Yeah, he's been brilliant himself. Mohamed Mohsin, the 2 most economical bowlers in the tournament. Just wonder, will maybe these 2 pose a bit more of a challenge to the 2 openers? It'll probably be 2 left-arm openers to start with. Jantak unlikely to open the bowling from the pavilion end, but now from the Chobar end, it's Sohail Tanvir. Immediately shows that threat. Look at the wrist position. spoke to him on air, didn't we? Lucky enough to interview him, and he was talking about that unorthodox ability to get movement with the new ball.
Said that the one that goes away from the right-hander, incoming bowl to the left-hander is a stock delivery. Then he's got the bag full of tricks with the slower ball. Very experienced. Love the 19th over. He bowled in the last game too. Made Pokhara just struggled to chase that 1-3-3 down. Pardon the yaks.
Yeah, marvellous tournament thus far though. Sure, 8 wickets, economy rates. Very, very frugal to say the least. He's going to come round the wicket here. Not too sure about that, and the misfield isn't going to aid Tanvir's mood, as it'll be the first boundary. Not good from Santosh Karki. And the first Super 4, powered by Ncell 4G, goes to the Royals.
It was a strange move to come around the wicket. He got prodigious movement coming from over. This angle sort of helps Zaib free his arms. But Santosh Karki would not want to look at that again. That's pretty ordinary.
I'm just not sure about this angle, not because the ball went for 4, but just posed a massive problem with your first ball over the wicket. Instead, he's going to come around again. For me, it's a less attacking angle. You're going to be incredibly unlikely to get an LBW bowling from round the wicket, particularly when he's that wide. Why is he using this angle?
Not so sure either. Though the wicket post that threat, as you say, he's back over the wicket now. It's just 2 balls that he went. Probably wanted to see if he gets anything out of the surface from around the wicket. Just wanted to change up. Give Saif Ali Zaib something different to think about, which he's not prepared for, but he's back over.
Very conventional field, great piece of fielding, total mix-up! Oh, carnage out there, could have been a run out of both ends. Somehow, despite almost shaking hands, Saif Zaib and Binod Bandari, they get the single. It's Dipendra Singh Airi with a wry smile.
That was confusion, carnage. Played with soft hands, great pick up with one hand there. Both of them were one end. Ravi Bupara, if he had hit the stump, Saif Ali Zaib was gone for all money. Deepak Bohra, the fielder, at point. Very good pick up, single-handed. Brings the Dhoni-esque Bandari on strike.
A great bit of work from Deepak Bohra, backward point. Big swing and a miss from Bandari. He's going to show intent. I'm just not sure it's going to be easy against Sohail Tanvir. Is there a word? Is there possibly from the Pakistan legend saying, "Don't you dare charge me," Binod Bandari?
You ask me, do you know my name? Do you know who I am? What are you trying to do? Are you in your senses? That's what Sohail Tanvir would have been asking Bandari. A big shot, first ball. Not that's something you don't expect from Bandari.
A shade of Siraj from Sohail Tanvir. Just a little cheeky word. End of the first over. We get the quick single, it's 6 for 0. Oh no, hold on. Back kick.
ನಂಬಿಕೆಯಂತೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ವಿವಾಹದ ಸಂಬಂಧ ಪ್ರತಿದಿನವೂ ಬಲಿಷ್ಠವಾಗಲಿ.
Also, the free hit will be. Now, I wonder, is this a back foot no ball? I reckon if we check down the line, because he was coming so wide, wasn't he? I don't think it was for a fielding indiscretion. I think they had just the 2 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Was it the back foot no ball? Now, your back foot cannot touch this return crease. Have a look. Eagle-eyed. Just on it, and that for me is a great call. Front foot can go out there, that's fine. It's the back foot that has touched the line and therefore, as a back foot no ball, the free hit will follow. Safe save, player of the match from yesterday. Can do what he wants with this.
That's a nice little gift. Last ball of your first over. Already 7 on the board. I can just get their innings up and running with this free hit. What's Tanvir's go to? Is he going to a slower ball? Deep square leg and deep mid wicket are the two fielders outside. All the fielders up in the circle on the offside. He can change his field, remember.
Free hit. Oh, what a Yorker. What an in-swinging Yorker. I know it's a single. Brilliant skills from Tanvir. Oh, it's not going to be 8 for the first. Oh, it will. Thought an overthrow. All happening out there at the TU. 8 for none.
Made for Mavericks. When bold seeks brilliance, you get a machine like no other. Maverick 440. Get yours today.
One of the young Nepal stars of this tournament, Rijan Dakal, will take new ball. Has forced his way past Pratish GC and even the likes of Durgesh Gupta into the international side, and he's picked up 4 wickets. Great economy rate. Only going at a run of ball, and that 3 for 10 was a Siddhartha Bank player of the match effort. Flicked into the leg side, the shorter side. 1 bounce and 4. Oh, dearie me. That was not good. Maybe one of the worst fielding efforts we've seen in the competition. What's just happened here?
Yeah, it's not been the best of start for the Rhinos. A no ball in the previous over. And now, not the greatest piece of fielding. Ranjit, the fielder, slipped. The ball turned a bit. Yeah, it didn't look good on camera. Poor old Ranjit. Feel for him. He's not played a game. He's in as a substitute.
That's given us a wide. Oh, that's marginal. It's maybe a little harsh on Rijan Dakal. I thought that was right on the guideline, and he's going to come down inside the track. Just want to explain this once more for those fans who might be new to the sport as well. The front foot no ball, it's if you go over the foot line, but the back foot no ball, you see the return crease there. It's the crease that his back foot hits. If he even touches that with his back foot, front foot can go outside it even. But if the back foot touches or is wide of the return crease, it's a no ball, and therefore it's a free hit. Great umpiring. Eagle-eyed, wasn't it, by Bismal Ajang Shinwari? Imagine the amount of things you have to look at as an umpire.
That was a great piece of umpiring. Good spot as well. Yeah, good bowling here from Dakal. Shinwari, see him every day at the dinner table. He's got this eagle-eyed camera sitting on his cap.
How do you do this? You've got to be superhuman. You've got to look at the back foot, the front foot, then you've got to judge the LBW or the potential caught behind. I know I am up here, I'm not down there. Good use of the feet. Oh, listen to that roar. It's definitely the Royals fans that are outnumbering the Rhinos. Glorious stroke, a man in form, safe save.
Yeah, the second Super 4 powered by Ncell in this over. And this is what you expect from Saif Ali Zain. He'll give himself a little bit of room, charge down, and then throw his hands at it. Clears the gap perfectly. Rijan Dakal is put under pressure. 9 runs off his 3 balls, and it's 17 for none. It's a good start for the Royals. They've done this time and time again in this tournament.
Crease this time, it just flicks it down the ground. Good diving effort. It'll save the boundary, but it won't save the second. Royals have started brightly. The Rhinos well, rattled, aren't they? Well, it's only 10 balls in, but fielding, bowling, not where it's been throughout the competition thus far.
They've been a bit untidy, to say the least. Got a bit of a pattern, Saif Ali Zaid. Whenever he takes a deep step into the crease, he looks straight leg side. And when he wants to get offside, he gives the bowler a charge. A bit of pattern in him, I'm watching.
Where is this gone? Couple of bounces, don't think he'll get to the rope, but the fans loved it, didn't they? They roared it like it was a maximum hit up towards the hills. But a bit off the toe of the bat. One thing is for certain, safe save, he's full of confidence.
Fresh from that 90 from the last game. Again, giving him the charge, giving himself a bit of room. Got the toe and didn't get all of it. Managed to clear the infield. Himself a couple. The teen of the over, one more to play.
Hasn't been the same shape we've seen throughout the tournament for Ijaz Dakal. Just going straight on, isn't it? He's recognising that and he's trying to capitalise. What a take! Held, two fielders almost collided together, but it's Ranjit Kumar that holds on. Zaid continued to look to cash in, but that surely has got to be the catch of a match. What a grab!
Santosh Kumar, after that ordinary piece of fielding, what a comeback from him. Again, Saif deep in the crease, looks to help it around the leg side. Ranjit Kumar almost collided with Santosh Kumar.
They're diving in and diving out. It's MRF Grace all through. Enjoy the Grace experience. Grace it out on MRF Steel Brace Radio.
FanCode offers you a chance to be the MVP of your squad with the FanCode referral program. Tap, invite and earn to get your unique code. Share it with your squad. Get them to join the action.
Brandon McMullen to the crease in at number 3. He's had a fine tournament with bat and ball. Scottish all-rounder. He's really enjoyed his time here. Good strike rate. Flamboyant striker of the ball. And there's a real swagger as well in the way in which he plays. Love watching him plays cricket, whatever he's doing, the all-rounder. Needed that breakthrough, didn't they, the Rhinos? It's all been a bit chaotic out there for the first 2 overs.
And from both sides, in fact. Chaotic to say the least. And Dari, swipe of the first ball he faced against Tanveer. What's he going to do?
Do you think there was a discussion amongst the Royals that we're just going to keep attacking? Zaid had already got 13 from the over, but off the final ball, he looked for another big one, targeting that shorter side.
Probably they realize that the new ball is the best time to cash in, and once the ball gets old, it starts to grip for the spinner. It's a terrific catch. An ordinary piece of fielding first from him, the boundary, but then he's recovered and made up for it, hasn't he?
And the reason he's made up for it, he was actually whipped out of his position. He was out the rope when they said, no, look, you got a short fine, hide him away. And of course the ball follows him. How often does that happen? Makes amends. Really does. So McMullen immediately gets off the mark. I'm just glad not only that he held on, but that the collision was avoided. They in the field with 2 players who are eyes to the sky watching the ball, they can be very, very nasty.
We've seen nasty incidents like that before. Steve Waugh and Jason Gillespie come to mind. That was nasty collision, but that was avoided. Well done to both the fielders, and well done to the fielder for keeping hold of that catch.
Some coaching ticket that. Jagat Tamata, iconic local coach, and Brad Hodge, the team mentor. No wonder the Royals are being guided well. Should be a wide down the leg side, the slower ball. It's again coming very wide in the crease. Overpitched, Tanvir stretches out a long left hand to probably save at least a single. Doherty's going to continue to attack despite the loss of his opening partner, it looks like.
Just 4 balls faced for Bandari. I'm going to hold back. Said I think new ball is a good time to bat in the afternoon. Have a short and wide. Probably a slower one, but he's initially looking for the lap.
Almost kind of slipped and stumbled onto his stumps. They've been good starts. You might look at it, averaging what, 25, something in that vicinity. Think, oh, there's nothing special about that, but he just helped get them off to strong starts. It's a very clearly defined role, and that role is to attack, and it's what he's doing. Back-to-back boundaries. Finally, somebody's getting a hold of Sohail Tanvir.
Yeah, absolutely true. Someone's got to get hold of him, and this time it's Bandari. And every time the team hits a 4 education kits are sponsored for school children. Great initiative. Powered by Incel Foundation. Big shot. This good pick up on the leg side. Used his speed. Tanvir followed him. And Bandari was up to the task in picking that up over the leg side.
Really good over for the Royals. They're hunting down top of the table. It's 32 for 1.
This is not a motorcycle. This is an emotion. This is the call of the open road. The rush of adrenaline. This is not a motorcycle. This is the charisma. New charisma XMR. Live the legend.
Interesting in that toss-up, not just for the 4 playoff spots, for the top 2 that will get 2 chances to get to the grand final on the 21st of December. But Lions, a 1-run defeat, absolute heartbreak for them. Very hard to see a way back now.
Now the Bulls, they just snatched victory from the jaws of defeat. Pretty much a front-foot player, McMullen.
Can I ask you about that final ball? I don't want to criticise the batter too much, but and credit to Harsh Thacker ball brilliantly. Would he have been better just to hit it into the leg side to guarantee the super over, maybe put it under pressure for the 2 for the win?
It was short, and he sort of wanted to hit it hard along the ground. He sort of took his top edge, and he was so disappointed that it carried all the way. And credit to the square fielder, they were in 5-10 yards saving the 2, so it carried straight to him. So it was a bit unlucky as well.
Couldn't have picked it out any better, could he? In the air, but so elegant. All class from McMullen. He is a maestro. Beautiful shot to look at.
Langdon He's on the front foot in a flash. He's always looking to get forward, McMullen. And look at that for a post. Terrific. Stamps his authority on the game. His first boundary. He's up and running.
You close your eyes and you see the swagger and the follow through. You say it's Kevin Peterson reincarnated. Not that he's gone. He's still with us, luckily. But think of just how brilliant the former England player was. Scott is so similar. He just finds a way to continue to score. He's so fit and athletic too. It's back for a couple.
Hasn't just got the power, but he's got the finesse as well. Allowed the ball to come, nudged it to third man. Good game awareness. Batting well here, McMullen. He's had a good tournament.
This was the game earlier. A one-run defeat. Oh, devastation. Sheer devastation for the Lumbini Lions. The person I feel the most for is the national captain, Rowan Powdell, because he's the tournament's leading run scorer. He's been in the wickets. Brandon goes downtown again. We'll pick up a couple. But Powdell's done everything he could, and he's captained so well too. But they've just been on the wrong end of some tight defeats. None more heartbreaking than the one this morning.
Yeah, not often is that when you have a leading run scorer in your team, you end up in the bottom of the table. Now McMullen, this one was an attempt to hit up and over the top again. Feel for the Lumbini Lions. They deserve to win. They did everything right. Oh, that's not the best piece of fielding either.
And it's the skipper. He's almost need this for four. He's got down into an old-fashioned long barrier position, the skipper Kushal Malla. And it's almost picked up pace off his knee. I don't think I've ever seen this before. Have a look. I'm certain this has come right off his... Oh, it's his boot. It's Lionel Messi. Not Malla. It's Messi out there. And not the top corner, but 4 runs.
Definitely Messi.
Oh, for a tired man. It's a good shout, that one right there. A lovely punt. Another expensive over. Dackhalt's gone for 25. 4 in the books. 44 for 1.
This is not a motorcycle. This is an emotion. This is the call of the open road. The rush of adrenaline running through your veins. This is not a motorcycle. This is the charisma. New Charisma XMR. Live the legend.
They're diving in and diving out. It's MRF Grace all through. Enjoy the race experience. Race it.
Other VIPs, including Tanka Timmelseena there. He's the one who's written the Sudurpaschim anthem in the sort of brown jacket up in the top left. That's ringing out after every boundary. And now Malla will be looking to make amends for his footballing fielding that we just saw. I think he's bowled really well in this tournament. Every run of this chase, particularly every boundary, is going to send them into raptures. Probably not far off a full house all of a sudden somehow, even though it's a work day, a Sunday. The men in yellow are definitely the best supported team in this tournament. It's quite something.
Messi Malla, can we call him?
Lionel Malla, please, come on, get it right. Lionel Malla. Straight up. It's the shorter side of the ground, but there's a man out there. He holds on. And Lionel Messi Malla strikes back. Jan Nickel takes the catch, and it's the skipper with the breakthrough.
They needed this. The Rhinos. They were just running away with it, McMullen and Bandari, but this was a good piece of bowling. Firstly, brought himself onto the attack, and then induced that fall shot from Bandari. Short boundary was the tempter, but Lofty Eaton takes a good catch. Bandari's attacking innings comes to an end, and what a celebration. That's a Messi celebration. Bandari departs for 10 of 8 balls. It's 44 for 2 in 4.1.
motorcycle. This is an emotion. This is the call of the open road. The rush of adrenaline running through your veins. This is not a motorcycle. This is the charisma. New Charisma XMR. Live the legend.
Dilpreet Bajwa, the new man, only landed in, I believe, yesterday from his native Canada. Does have a century to his name in franchise cricket. That was the GT20. Kushal Malla, skipper leading from the front. Bajwa did have experience in the bilateral series against Canada earlier in the year. Hasn't even got a number in his back yet, only fresh in. Clever piece of bowling, flighted with a bit of guile, tempting Bandari to go across the line. Jan Nikolov-Eaton judged that well right in front of the rope. And look at this. Come on, says Kushal Malla. That's a captain, that's a leader.
Now that short boundary on the leg side is the tempter. McMullen almost being drawn into it as well. Bandari could not resist. It was floated up. It was on middle and leg, but just dropped on him fractionally.
Hold him! Roaring again, Kushal. Come on! 2 in the over. Let's go, he says now. That's captaincy, that's leadership. Bowl the tough overs. Get 2 wickets.
Now 2 big ones at that. Bandari first, McMullen now. Innocuous bit of left arm spin bowling, but it's very effective. McMullen threw with a shot early. Just heard that sound which he doesn't like. He can't believe it, McMullen, that he's missed it. But he's got to go 13 of 9. It's 45 for 3.
Kushal Malla, the maestro. 2 in the over, brings his international teammate to the crease. Arif Sheikh, Sheikh the elder brother of Asif Sheikh. 2 brothers that play for Nepal internationally. Malla looks innocuous, doesn't he, with his left arm spin, but he's highly effective. Now we could clearly see it was come on the previous time. What was it this time, Shiram?
You tell me, you're a better lip reader than I am, and you know Mullah much more than I do.
I reckon this one was let's go. Oh, what an over. Let me see if I'm right. Here we go. Come on. Let's go. 5 ball, 46 for 3.
Yeah, maybe for the first time in this edition, the Sudurpaschim Royals have been on the back foot. 46 for 3. They did 119 from 90. Irie is still to come. Arif and Bajwa
In the middle, Bajwa making his NPL debut, the Canadian cricketer. Very fine batter. Munali Patel alongside Mishi can give more perspective into his batting. Meanwhile, Ranjit getting a game will want to impress his captain with a good showing. Yeah, you've got to be careful to spinners. We saw what happened earlier in the day. 2 wickets in the last over and the Royals are now on the back foot.
A hard-hitting batter, Dilpreet Bajwa. Usually opens the innings, actually, so this is quite far down the order for him. We saw a lot of spinners this morning, but the turn isn't quite as much as it was in that first game.
Yeah, I've liked the energy of the Chitwan Rhinos this afternoon. They've come with a plan, they're boys on a mission. And all of a sudden the Royals have gone quiet. Very good strike, straight to the fielder. Now Arif needs some runs. It's been a quiet tournament for him so far.
He needs some runs, and the Royals need a whole 119 to get home off 87 deliveries. Required rate, about 8.5. Big shout this! And the finger stays down. Looks like it's just outside that off-stump line.
Don't want to play across the line very early in your innings. Yeah, just hitting him outside the line. Good decision there. Very good decision by the umpire. Rashid Riaz. Too close to cut, but squeezes that off. Beautifully fielded. Spring in their stride. Look at the enthusiasm and energy they're showing in the middle. Every dot ball is an event from here on.
Yeah, fantastic effort. Diving effort. Saves runs. Limits it to just the one. Gunter's country at the back there. Diving effort. End of the 6th. 48 for 3.
Done with the power plays, 48 for 3. Chitwan Rhinos have been brilliant, and the captain leading from the front. They're just giving it very slow and simple. Forcing the batter to make, or rather force a shot in the middle.
Dilpreet Bajwa, like I said, he likes to come at the top of the order. Wants to open, get some pace as well. Use the pace to his advantage. The spinners, they're going to test him.
Yeah, the 50 comes up for Sudurpaschim Royals at the expense of 3 wickets. It's been a laboured 50. And they know they have a job to do over here. That asking rate over 8.5 now.
They've come in numbers here. They come out, they enjoy the cricket, they enjoy the ambiance. The atmosphere is electric. And it really has been a festival at the Nepal Premier League.
Terrific turnout. Yes, indeed. On a working day, the buzz, the noise. Look at that. The drone shot's brilliant.
I had no idea that they had a 6-day working week here until this morning. And then I asked someone, and they said, yes, but we're not very productive. That's why we need all the 6 days.
But I have to admit that the Nepalese are hardworking and lion-hearted people. Yeah, he's just keeping it very slow. Just taking the pace of the deliveries and making the batters work towards their runs. 4 runs from over number 7, it's 52 for 3.
Get 29-minute medicine delivery from Apollo 24/7. Download now.
52 for 3, Royals have a job at hand. Yeah, it's been very festive and we need to really applaud the efforts of Kalki.com as well, our ticketing partners. They've done a superb job of streamlining the ticketing journey.
And they're offering 25,000 Nepali rupees to any spectator who manages to hold on to a catch.
Loud shot, finger goes up. Arif has to depart and Ranjit strikes in a second over. Caught in the crease, trapped on the back foot. And Royals in this chase are falling apart.
Well, Arif Sheikh, he's going to need to wait to get some more runs on his bat. This time the finger goes up. And that is an interesting call. Not ours to make, the finger's up. And it's celebrations. Ranjit into second over. Picks up another wicket. Arif Sheikh gone for 4 off 9. It's 52 for 4.
Glory once again. Sama here to prove a point.
Yeah, a bit of a slump in the middle for Royals in this chase. Ishan Pandey walks out a couple of days ago, played a very handy innings in the middle. Because then they were batting first, so the scoreboard pressure was not there for them. But Chitwan Rhinosh, something about them in the second innings. They want this win, they're desperate. Yeah, Pandey is a very fine batter. He has the shots in the book. But how he responds under pressure will be key. Yeah, the surface is turning as well. Gets off the mark with a single towards covers. But he's there, that's because Arif Sheikh is back in the dugout.
Yeah, this one potentially going to hit that leg stump. Bit of a tight call. It doesn't matter. The finger's up. It's another wicket down. 53 for 4. And they're going to need some batting. What a ripper. Just missing that outside edge. And now there is some turn. Surface is gripping.
Well, Bajwa has just flown in. What a welcome for him on the surface. Very good batter. That's more like a touch to Fuller. We've seen his ball turn square in the previous match as well, Monali. That's the media box. All the reviews, previews, news, updates, everything coming along. Great job by the journalists. And And that's been picked up on the full. And I reckon that's in the gap as well. And that'll be a 4. Well, Bajwa would have really enjoyed the juicy full toss coming at him and takes full toll as well. 5 runs and a wicket up this over, 8 gone, 57 for 4.
Get 29-minute medicine delivery from Apollo 24/7. Download now.
Sudurpaschim Royals have a lot of support. You've seen all through this tournament, each time they have a match, the stadium is filled. And every run and 4, it's a huge roar in the middle as well. Not surprised that it's a large turnout. Yeah, they're going up for virtually everything at the moment. Anything on the pads and the bowlers are excited.
But the fans, Royals, they definitely show up in numbers. I felt that way about the Bolts this morning as well. I think the matchup between the two of them is going to be a great one, both on the field and off.
And the social media war as well between the Insta handles. It makes it all the more interesting. He's bowling well. Look at that for a spell. He's into his 3rd over. He's conceded only 6 runs and taken 2 wickets. Vishal Malla missed out with the bat.
Another appeal well outside off and a lengthy appeal behind the stumps. In fact, there's a bit of a cheeky smile from the umpire after that one.
Vipin Rawal there behind the stumps. Yeah, he had to just wait on this one. There's insurance in the deep. The fielding has been sharp. They've grabbed their catches. They've been a little off color to begin with, but after that, they've just picked up their game, the Chitwan Rhinos.
Yeah, they have, and with every ball that goes without a boundary, that pressure just continues to build. And then, of course, you've got these dot balls.
We saw 130 plus being defended earlier in the day. They have 164. Yeah, he picks it up beautifully on the reverse, but finds the fielder to perfection only to fetch a single. Oh, that's a wonderful car. We can keep talking about it. Omoda and Jeko, the fastest growing brand in the world. Blade battery technology. So many features with being touted as the futuristic vehicle. Beauties of his feet. Yeah, time since the last boundary is barely 6 deliveries, but the pressure is mounting on the chasing side. They're asking rate close to 10. Over number 9 done. It's 59 for 4.
Products delivered in 29 minutes from Apollo 24/7. Download now.
Yeah, the Rhinos having a whale of a time in the middle.
Does that work in nature, in the wild? Is one a predator? I mean, do the snow leopards attack rhinos here?
You're watching a lot of National Geography there, Anali. It does not, I agree with you. Yeah, spin is the way forward. That's the mantra, the formula for success on the surface. As Lofty Eaton comes on to bowl with his leg spinners.
Best of 1 for 16 and a very good economy rate. T20 cricket going at less than 6 runs and over is quite incredible.
Look at that for energy. Look at that for commitment. look at that for effort. Chitwan Rhinosh want to snatch a win in this contest, and I've liked their body language. Captain leading from the front.
They're working the field, working on those singles, rotating the strike. It's the strike rates that's been concerning. 3 off 8 for Chitwan Bajwa, 10 off 13. You need almost 10 runs and over. They look to push 2 here. And they do well.
Right, if you love bikes, if you're a biker, that's the beauty. The ultraviolet F77. And the top speed is of 155 kilometers per hour, but I would honestly recommend you to drive safe. Beautifully bowled. Bipin Rawal with the appeal. Shinwari refers it to the TV Empire.
This could be a very big wicket. The Royals, they need runs. Dilpreet Bajwa is a type of character who can bring up runs very quickly towards the end. Vinay Kumar Jar, TV umpire, and take a look at this and make a call. Fair delivery to start. Does he get it back in time? I think he does. It just looks like that foot's touching the ground before the bails are dislodged.
Yeah, that looks fine from here. Yes, it was in the air. He had lost footing. He was out of the line, but he brought it back just in time. And look at the roar. It almost looks like they've hit a 6 in the middle. That's how it is. Bajwa survives. And stay in the middle is crucial. Highly still to follow. There's still some batting left for the Royals. But they'll need to get those runs quickly now. You don't want to leave too much for the end. It's been a quiet period. 11 balls since the last boundary. The surface is helping spinners. Heaton introduced, and he's got the ball to turn as well.
It's the switch. The foot goes up in an instant. Not the stumping, but it's the LEW, and he still gets the man. Dilpreet Bajwa. Just when he needed to be out there, the partnership was building. The finger goes up.
Yeah, this one didn't turn, it went straight. He didn't strike in his very first over. Dilpreet Bajwa survived the close. Stumping call, and now has to depart playing the reverse switch caught in front. He's out for 12, half the side back in the dugout. This chase is getting interesting at 63. And it's time for drinks as well.
This is not a motorcycle. This is an emotion. This is the call of the open road. The rush of adrenaline running through your veins. This is not a motorcycle. This is the charisma. New Charisma XMR. Live legend.
Person here in Nepal, and who knows, in years to come, travellers coming to Kathmandu will put into their calendar. Here he comes, the Tiger himself. Strike rate in this tournament, over 200. And he's going to need to be at his very best to give his unbeaten Sudurpaschim Royals any hope here. It's 102 to win from just 60 more balls.
We're at the halfway stage of the chase. And Irie has it all.
This is not a motorcycle. This is an emotion. This is the call of the open road. The rush of adrenaline running through your veins. This is not a motorcycle. This is...
Doesn't like to come in too early, but the wickets column for me is the issue because a player of his quality needs to have some batters to bat with.
Trying to make out what was being said there. Was Mala off the field briefly? Luke Benkenstein was on as a sub-fielder. And what they're saying, I believe, is that an overseas replacement as a sub-fielder can only replace a fellow overseas player. I think if a local player goes off, it needs to be a Nepali sub-fielder. The question was how many overseas you have. Kushal Mala says 5. And now, Dipender Singh Irie, the captain, the non-strikers end, he's getting involved too. They're saying, Dipender, do you mind? Amazing to be able to get the pictures up so close and personal and hear what's being said between the umpires and the captains there. And he's the captain of the Royals at the non-strikers end. Interesting little passage of play there. I think we're going to be safe to continue, and it's going to be a local sub-fielder on instead of Luke Benkenstein. Intentionally bowling this pace, isn't he, HD? He's recognised this pitch is dying. He's going slower and slower and slower.
Barely getting to the batter, but he's played that extremely well. He's got that fine enough, and that is a much needed boundary.
Brings the runs required under 198 more to win. And when it's this slow, one of the few places you can hit is behind square. You're almost adding pace to the delivery. Just needed to get it a bit fuller. Mala not happy with his fielder in the deep. He feels that he was not far enough behind square, and now both of those fielders in the deep have had significant changes to their position on the leg side. I think 10-15 yards they both come.
We're fortunate enough to have a chat with Harsh Tucker, who's the off-spinning all-rounder for the Bolts. After their victory, after his heroics, his fifer, and he said that's all he was trying to do and all he was instructed to do was, even though I'm an off-spinner, bowl it as slow as I possibly can.
It's something that Sandeep Lamachani has spoken to me about before here at this venue. It can be quite unique when the pitches are starting to wear. Your natural instinct will be to bowl flatter and quicker to exploit the turn, but actually the slower you go, the harder it is to hit because the batter has to put the force into the ball. Now, Irie's in such good touch, he may well do that whatever is served up to him. The roar for just that single for Dipender Singh Irie shows you who is basically probably the #1 fan favourite here. He gets them over the line from here. His place is going to be like a cauldron coming to the boil.
My only fear for him is that he's played 3 games, he hasn't failed yet. And we saw that with Rowan Tordell. That somewhere along the line in a T20 game, it doesn't go right for you because of the nature of the game. And there is a long, long way to go here.
down the track, puts the force into the stroke and plays it nicely. I really like the way Isham Pandey shapes up. He's played one good knock already this tournament. He'll need to play another. It's 73 for 5. All about love, this NPL, isn't it? Joy, dance. I'll tell you something. Two rather old men appeared dancing on the screen yesterday. Every single person in the team, apart from the two voices you're hearing, have better moves than we do.
Yeah, I'm afraid there's zero rhythm here.
Underedge. Irie. Gone. Lofty, no one who strikes, and Mala. He's pumped up too, he's running away. The Royals might be tasting defeat for the first time.
Can't keep doing it over and over and over again. Deepening Singh has done it for the Royals, but this has been one too many. Just a little bit too close to cut, maybe keeps a little bit on the low side. Smart catch. Smart catch, and the Namibian international has the big wicket, and by the celebration it tells you how important that is. So the captain of the Royals goes for just the single. 73 for 6.
Made for Mavericks. When Duff meets Duffer, you get a machine like no other. Maverick 440. Get yours today.
A century. At the time it was a world record. It's been broken since. But it's his utility skills as an all-rounder, good little fielder, and handy leg breaks. They're a little unorthodox, and because of his action and the kind of bustling approach he has to the crease, they can just skid on. Bring Naresh Pader to the crease. The Royals have it all to do now. Irie there, you still have life, you still have hope. But a clever piece of bowling. And I think you're right, Bipin Rawal has taken a very smart catch. It's also a good decision, isn't it? Because I think it's an underedge.
Great catch. Great catch. Just the appeal was instantaneous and massive wicket. I didn't need to tell you.
But if there's one wicket you want this year's inaugural NPL, it's that man, it's Deepening Singh. He's been so good, hasn't he? And yes, I know technically you're right. The law of averages, the most likely thing is he can't keep doing it, but there was a belief amongst the crowd as he strode to the crease that whatever the situation, the skipper could find a way to get it done. Man out there, just short. Oh, and it's for the second time. The same fielder in the same spot, Ranji Kumar, who's had a shocker.
Well, if it's a 50-50 opportunity for the catch and you decide to go with not attempting the catch, the one thing you need to do is stop the boundary. You can't lose on both fronts.
The other one in the first 5 overs, he didn't even get a hand to. he was somehow wrong-footed, but I think it just stuck in the turf a touch. 2 boundaries given away. Did hold on to a great catch. It's not the line. Pressure. Does the job. Does enough. End of the over. It's a wicket-taking one. Royals 81 for 6. That's the comparison between the two sides at this stage. More runs coming. He'll go further ahead. We'll still need something incredible. We've really liked the look of Isham Pandey though. And what a great opportunity for him. In front of the head coach, but Nepal Monty decides here again, show him that there are left-handed batters in the country.
Well, isn't it amazing? This has gone for 4. The same delivery for the Rhinos went out the ground.
So at this stage, 84 for 2, the 85 for 6.
Just with regard to the Deepening Singh dismissal and the fact that he said, yes, the law of averages said that, I'm still a little bit... If I was in the coaching environment of the Royals, I would have a sit with him and say, look, you know how important you are to the team. I agree with you. And I know that there's certain areas of the game when you like to walk to the wicket, but I can't have you walking to the wicket 5 down. I think you're too good a player. If you walk to the wicket 3 down, that's fine. But if you're 5 down, I just think there's not enough batting left to stick around with you when there's such an enormous amount of runs still required.
My oh my, what a stroke that is. All the way. Targets the shorter side with real distinction. 6 more.
He's playing a hand here, Isham Pandey. Siddhartha Banks 6, yet another one. Only just clears the boundary. It only has to just clear it.
Love that shot, love the innovation. Still hanging around in this contest, still fighting. Totally get your point, HD. If you look at his performances thus far, he walked out to the crease in the last couple of games, higher up the order, number 4 and number 4. Today, as they get a wide, every run of this chase being cheered. Batted himself all the way, hidden away, down at number 7. It's a big difference, isn't it? 4 to 7. I know why he's done it. But when you're that important to the team, maybe you're right. Maybe you need to be out there earlier. End of the 13th, 95 for 6. That's the Royals campaign thus far. Immaculate, really, through those 3 games. But as you'll see, they won them all by runs. So that indicates even if you don't know your cricket too well yet, that what that means is they'll have batted first. They'll have posted more runs than their opposition, therefore won by runs, not by wickets. When you chase a target, you'll win by wickets. And for them to do that here, you're going to have to capitalise upon misfields like that and chase to win by 3 or 4 wickets. And Ishan Pandey will almost certainly need to be there in the 20th and final.
I think that's what the Rhinos, in their decision making to bat first, they knew their strength was really in their bowling. And that if they could post something, whatever that total may be, just something, their strong bowling unit, who've been so good during the tournament, could defend it.
Oh, now how's this missed? Just that turn and bounce, wasn't it? Nice delivery. Ishan can't do this on his own. Somebody has to come with him. Somebody's got to play a cameo. Another beautiful delivery. It's been a great spell, hasn't it, by Lofty?
You've mentioned that he can get the ball to skip on, and most of his spell has been skipping the ball on. The last 2 deliveries, he's bowled a lot slower, and the ball has spun.
That's simply because Buddy doesn't pose as much threat as Irie or Ishan Pandey, so he's able to bowl slower through the air. Forces him to use his feet. Required run rate, about 10.5 per over, but the 100's up. You can hear from the crowd, they're definitely supporting the team in yellow.
And the closer you get to the 20th over, the less the required run rate becomes significant, because 10 and over or 10 off the last is nothing.
Full toss, helped into the leg side. Oh, thought Ranjit was going to miss a third one out there. Was it a catching opportunity? Lofty Eaton says, what are you doing? 14 bowled, 101 for 6.
Get health products delivered in 29 minutes from Apollo 24/7. Download now.
Slightly faster first 50 than a second 50 for the Royals. They'll need their third 50 to be pretty rapid. 64 it is to win off 36. Ishan Pandey is very much set, as we're going to see a change in bowling. Pace will come back in. This is the final ball of the previous over. Wasn't a good delivery. Wasn't a catching chance.
When the ball goes that high in the air, then I think your boundary rider has enough time to say, you know what, I'm going to give this a go. And that's in the air a long time. He doesn't have to come off the boundary a long way. And I think what young Nicol Lofty-Eaton's saying to him is, look, just the effort. The effort would be good. Go in, take a dive. If you miss it, well, fair enough. But let's try and get a wicket.
Clearly a cry of catch it at first as well. What is it about cricket? Whatever style of a bowler you are, somewhere in the field, the ball goes up in the air, inevitably, whatever the level, social cricket, professional cricket, the first thing everyone says is, catch it.
This is a lovely time for Sohail Tanvir to be brought back into attack. Just to either get another wicket for them or just bowl a tidy over, a tight over, just to see that required rate jump.
that's going to be a wide. Almost anything down the leg side. Aaron Soud is probably going to be in next. You can see him padded up there. Remember, he was the top scorer in that win for the Nepal under-19s over Afghanistan. Came in at number 8 in that game, so he is capable. Made 26 off 54. You would imagine somebody has to help Ishan Pandey. He can't do it all on his own. He's played really well, 35 off 26 for him. The problem is Naresh is 4 off 7.
That's the thing, is you mentioned Saad doing so well in that under-19, which is a 50-over World Cup. He's got time to bat. He needed to bat time. Here, he's going to have to, whoever's at the crease here with Pandey is going to have to strike it at much better than a runner ball. Not necessarily hitting boundaries.
Nearly hits the leg stump. Now the umpire's had enough. He has said, you've stepped across your stumps too often. And this is what you talk about as a profile wide. If he hasn't moved here, then it would have been a wide. But look at where he's set up. And what the umpire is saying is that would have missed, or would have thrown it into the pad, and therefore wouldn't have been a wide. Not given Tanvir given the benefit of the doubt.
And I think that's a good bit of umpiring. Really good bit of umpiring. Sometimes bowlers are harshly treated when it comes to that little leg side.
Clearly trying to target the shorter side, the leg side. The left-hand, right-hand combination will help them. Tanvir, 39 years young, 39 on the back, just stretching out. 8 wickets in his first 2 games, wicketless in the last 2. Still economical though.
Yeah, less than an over, or about an over ago, you said the required run rate was still at around about 10. And that's manageable. It's now touching 12.
All it takes at this stage is not even one bad over, a bad 3 or 4 balls. Can't really afford any more dots, the Royals. Have to score off almost every ball. 61 off 31. Make that 61 off 30. It's 104 for 6.
Off 30. This equation getting more and more difficult. And they didn't ever expect to find themselves in this position, the Royals. 104 for 6. It's the wickets that have caused this trouble.
Made for Mavericks.
Side, Shriram. What do you think, Shriram? From here on, 12.2 runs and over needed.
They've dug themselves into a deep hole. McMullen and Binod were going well, and then suddenly they lost a spree of wickets.
This could be yet another, and it is. Looking to move across the stumps and work it into the leg side instead. It's an easy catch. Amar coming into the attack. First delivery, and he picks up a wicket.
Yeah, they're going deeper into the barrel. Naresh Budiyar wanted to work it on the leg side. All he managed to do was find Naresh. Yeah, Amar Rautela is extremely happy, and what a celebration. 104 for 7 after 15.1.
Rhinosh 5 off 10. It was a struggle for him out in the middle, and it's because the bowling's been really good. Scott Culligan, 166 matches, best of 41. He was exceptional with the ball first innings, but he's got a tall task ahead of him with the bat. Shot 35 off 27. He looks set. He's running out of partners. Pulled away, a bit short to begin. He's going to get off the mark. But they need some big boundaries here.
Yeah, Cubeline can hit a long ball. Got the power. Is that too much for him to do? 12.86, the current required rate. Ball's kicking away, and runs are just too much. 60 needed from 28, still by no means out of reach. They've only got 3 wickets in the shed. Shan Pandey, 35 of 27, he's trying hard.
Oh, this might be another one, and it is! 2 wickets in his first over. What a spell this is. Amar, you've come into the attack and you've made things an absolute nightmare for the Royals. Shan Pandey's got to walk back. The set batter. And with that, I think the hopes are going to fade.
A good slow ball. Held on the surface. Pandey too early into the shot. Had to check it. Comfortable catch for the extra cover fielder. And Amar Rautela's traditional celebration comes out. Yeah, Pandey gone for 35, 28, it's 105 for 8. Deep trouble for the Royals.
In there, and the Royals a bit more muted. Their team's in a bit of trouble. 114 for 8. They still lead 51 from 24.
And that's what these tournaments are about. Every day there's an emotional roller coaster. Go up, you go down. The teams that can stay as balanced as possible usually come out trumps.
What Until now, we thought that would be the Royals, isn't it? Heaved into the leg side. Oh, that would have taken some catching. They come across for a single, and it brings Scott Kugelheim back on strike.
Ranjit's been impressive today. Another of those left-arm spinners coming through the system. Yeah, he took a good catch earlier on, a short fine leg. The dugout's quite relaxed, which is good to see. Eri with Bandari. Brad Hodge to the far right of the screen.
Pushed down for another single.
Brad Hodge. Bit pensive, isn't he?
This is launched, overpitched, and it's going to end up just short of the crowd. Glorious looking shot for six.
Ranjit went searching for a wicket. Threw it up in the slot. And Narayan South is too good to miss out. Good strike.
He's got to get back. That was a suicidal run had he been further down.
They wanted to get Scott Kugelheim back on strike. They still need 12.9 and over. They've got 8 of the first 4 deliveries.
Full toss. It just manages to punch that down the ground.
Still in the game, the Royals. Sohail Tanvir's got 1 over to go. Rijan Dakhal's got 2. That'll be the last 3 overs that'll be bowled. He's still in the game. Scott Kugelheim can hit a big ball. Oh, that's nicely bowled. That's a bit of spin. He got away with that. 42 required of the last 3 overs. 123 for 8.
Get 29-minute medicine delivery from Apollo 24/7. Download now.
They've already got a tall task, the Royals, 42 of 18, and it's just going to get a little bit harder. Rijan Dakhal, 1 of 25, he's bowled 2.
Narayan South is a plucky character. He's not going to give up without a fight. Tuck that into the leg side. Scott Kugelheim wanted strike. Come back for the second. Yeah, I think it's up to Scott. A couple of sixes. The pressure will be right back on Rhinos. He's got the power to do it. He's got the game too. What's Rijan Dakhal's plan? Third man found hand point inside the circle.
Gets it past the fielder, and he gets 4 runs off of that. A bit wayward and just helped along the way.
The other run's still coming. 37 of 16 required. Yeah, it was a bit drifting down the leg. Scott Kugelheim, good awareness. Got bat on it, and all he had to do was beat the short fine leg fielder. And once the fielder was beaten, there was no chance. There was nobody behind him. Dakhal not happy.
They're not happy with the fielder, but it wasn't the best of deliveries either. Slapped. Doesn't get a whole lot of that. They'll have to settle for a single.
Dakhal will be happy that Kugelheim is off strike. Narayan South, can he find the boundary? They need a few more boundaries if they are to get 36 from 15. 3 balls to go, and they definitely need 2 boundaries in this over. Sohail Tanvir bowls the 19th. Remember, it's going to be very hard. So you've got to make maximum use of Rijal Dakal.
Scamper across for another single. Worked into the leg side. Yeah, Sohail Tanvir's over is not going to be any cakewalk.
But Rijal Dakal, credit to him, he's held his own. He's held his nerve as well. He's bowled important overs. Shown ability with the new ball to swing it. And then he's got good backhand skills as well. Bowls the slow ball. Got a decent yorker. What's he got for Kyogaline?
Down the ground again for another single. Good variations from Dakal, especially towards the end of this innings.
What he's doing well is keeping that leg side arc out and the straight boundary. He's going short into the pitch, even though he's got point and shot that man in. It's not Kyogaline shot. Kyogaline likes the cow corner boundary, long on boundary, straight boundary.
This is up in the air, and that's going to be the 9th. Dakal picking up his second wicket, and the Royals getting further and further away from that target.
That was very well disguised slower ball from Rijal Dakal. Back of the hand, is it? Yeah, he's all over the place. Easy cotton bowl for Rijal Dakal, accepts it gleefully. The Naren South's innings comes to an end. He's a fighter, Naren South, but he's got to go. 10 of 8 balls, 131 for 9.
Get 29-minute medicine delivery from Apollo 24/7. Download now.
Avinash Bahara comes in at a very tricky time. 2 overs left, 34 needed. Sohail Tanvir comes into the attack. Despite pulling this away, he just can't find the boundary.
Good slow ball, deceived him all ends up. He went for the shot too early, and all he ended up doing was cue an easy catch. Rijal Dakal off his own bowling. Naren South disappointed. The Sudurpaschim Royals are going to get anywhere close. Kyogaline has to face all the 11 balls.
Big shout, this and the finger goes up. This is going to be the end of the game. 131, and they've been bowled out. The Royals, they've looked so good in the tournament so far, and they finally met the Rhinos. Good challenge from the Rhinos. They come out on top and they win with a whopping 33 runs. Sohail Tanvir picking up the final wicket.
Yeah, straight, hit it top of Midland leg. Whether it pitched in line with the stumps was the only question, but the umpire was very certain it did. Sohail Tanvir again comes to the party. Kushal Malla, very well. They bounce back well here, the Rhinos, after a defeat. And the Royals taste their first defeat of the competition. It's not been an easy day for the Royals, chasing 116. They lost the toss. The Rhinos wanted to bat first, put up a good score, and they bowled and fielded really well to defend this target. The Rhinos win by 33 runs.
Yeah, disappointment for the Royals, but elation for the Rhinos. Dipender Singh Airy, who's been so good until now in the tournament. He's going to have to go back to the drawing board. Still plenty of action to come here at the Nepal Premier League. And they're sitting well in the competition so far. The Rhinos, this will help them. This win and the additional 2 points is going to bring them into a better position.
It opens up the table as well. The Rhinos bowls are sitting pretty, but the Rhinos may have just catapulted above the Royals with this win. There goes the flags of the Rhinos. Their fans extremely elated.
Another exciting day coming towards an end here at the Nepal Premier League. Plenty of action seen today as we take a look at the batting card.
They needed someone to stand up in the top order. It was not to be. 18, 10, 13, 12, they all got a bit of a start, but nobody carried on. Ishan Pandey made 35 of 28 to be the top scorer. And if you're chasing 165, you need a lot more than 35 to be the top scorer. That's not good enough today, the Sudurpaschim Royals being bowled out for 131 in 18.2 overs. The batters got starts, but so did the partnerships. 21 of 14, 23 of 14. That partnership threatened to take the game away, but a double strike by the captain Malla, getting both Vinod and McMillan in the same over, put the brakes on. 31 and 27 from Ishan Pandey and Naresh was not good enough. And Naren and Kugeline added 26 of 15 in the end, but nowhere close to the target what they wanted to achieve.
The bowling very tidy in contrast to the batting today. A wicket for Sohail Tanveer and very economical as well. Two wickets both to Kal and Malla, as well as Lofty Eaton and Rotella, and a wicket to Ranjit Kumar. All in all, good economy figures. They picked up wickets when it mattered, and they have bowled the opposition out. Confirmation, the Chitwan Rhinos, 164 for 5 is what they put on, thanks to a handy 65